اسمعوا صوت السماء جاء المسيح جاء المسيح.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. I'm Dr. Ismail. I'm, of course, a convert to Islam Ahmadiyya. And I've been asked to say something about how I converted. It's basically, this happened 8 years ago. Like any member of the mainstream Sunni Muslim from Iraq who lived between all sorts of, mainly with Shia, born in Baghdad, raised up in Baghdad. So I was definitely open-minded, had no problems with our Shia brothers. Raised up as really open-minded person, and as regarding the Imam Mahdi and promised Messiah alayhi salam, this was never came to my mind as something which I should think about it seriously, to an extent that I thought probably these things are just myths rather than reality. Especially that I was really stick to. I was not Quranist, but I really was stick to Quran. I really loved Quran, and in a way neglected or ignored Hadith, and only those very clear Hadiths which are very clear. These I followed. Otherwise, about Imam Mahdi, about Nuzul al-Masih, these things I never bothered about them. Something in my mind, it's either they are myths, or even if it is, for example, so what? Everybody's saying it's years and years. People are saying it's not going to be in our time. So I never bothered about it. In fact, I just ignored these things until one day, and to my opinion, that yes, what I'm seeing is not Islam. Definitely what I'm seeing is not Islam. But there are good people here and there. And it's these people who are going to win. How are they going to win? Just at some stage, people will reconsider things and they will reform themselves and they get to the right path. And I never thought about it. This is right. Come on, this is impossible. I as a believer, I know that Islam is going to triumph, definitely. But is it going to triumph with the leader? This is something which never came to my mind at all. So until one day, a gentleman at work told me, I am an Ahmadi. I said, oh, look, so what? He said, what do you mean by so what? I said, look, I'm an open-minded person, you are Muslim, I am Muslim, and so you're not considering me a kafir. What do you mean kafir is? So I just did not even know that this and that, what's going on. So he started talking about Imam Mahdi and promised Messiah. I said, well, look, I mean, these things, I don't bother about these things because these things are myths anyway. So he said, okay, would you like to listen? I said, fine. So when I listened, I met people, Ahmadis. What I realized, I was all the way through, though it's a myth. I'm sticking to my mind. There's no Imam Mahdi, there's no promised Messiah. But this group, what's going on with them? They are extremely different. What's going on? Why is this smile? Why is this love? Is it because probably they want to pull my legs? Possibly. That's why let me carry on with them. I'm a person who nobody can pull my legs anyway. Nobody can twist my arm. So, and they are nice people. Let me get on with them. And they've got nice ideas anyway. So let me carry on. So I will jump into a stage where I asked about, since you've got nice ideas, which I like really, and please put everything aside. Since you've got such nice ideas, give me the tafsir of Quran. This is what I like. I've got no problem about Isa alayhi salam is not in the sky, he's not going to come back. I'm happy with that. But he's died, I'm happy with that. But for somebody else to come back, no, he's dead, he's not going to come back, and not even somebody else, nobody's going to come back. But the death, the demise of Isa alayhi salam, I had no doubt about it. إِنِّي مُتَوَفِّيكَ وَلَمَّا تَوَفَّيْتَنِي. It's all very clear. Arabic language, tawafi is very clear to me. وَرَافِعُكَ إِلَيْهِ. That's not a big deal to me. It's رَافِعُكَ إِلَيْهِ. Anybody after death, after demise, روح will go to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. يَا أَيَّتُهَا النَّفْسُ الْمُطْمَئِنَّةُ ارْجِعِي إِلَى رَبِّكِ. Of course, okay. After demise, ارْجِعِي إِلَى رَبِّكِ. Okay. Which means he's dead, he's going to go back to Allah. In what way? Of course, by lifting. Nobody's going to go to Allah by dipping him down. Of course, it's going to be lift. وَادْخُلِي جَنَّتِي. Okay, means lifting to Allah, means going to paradise. And Prophet saw him in paradise. So it's very clear. إِنِّي مُتَوَفِّيكَ وَرَافِعُكَ. I've got no doubt about that. These things I did not have any doubt about it. I did not argue about that because that is very clear to me. But for somebody else to come down, why? The deen is finished. اليوم أكملت لكم دينكم. We don't need anybody else. So that was my mentality. But I wanted the Quran, Tafsir Quran. So they gave me a Tafsir Kabir, which is written by the second Khalifa of the Jama'ah, رضي الله عنه, Mirza Bashir al-Din Mahmud Ahmad رضي الله عنه. So I started reading about Surah Amma يتساءلون, and I found extremely nice interpretation of what does Amma يتساءلون, what does it mean, this and that. But after this nice interpretation, Khalifa Thani رضي الله عنه went into other subjects which I thought, what's going on? Why is he doing that? This nice interpretation is enough. Why is he adding these things which I think not necessary and they do not add up? So I found it like a jigsaw, putting this and that, putting this and that. Finish the surah, the surah after, the surah after. I thought things are going messy and I don't understand it. But after reading few surahs, I realized it's so clever. The tafsir is so clever that I found myself really just stupid in front of this. Because I found after many surahs that this jigsaw is coming to each other, become a very extremely nice portrait, very nice picture. And they said, what's going on? So when I carried on reading the tafsir, after 3 or 4, 5, 6 surahs, I've realized bit by bit that the tafsir is going backwards and filling these gaps of the tafsir, which I thought at the time something is missing. Why is this mess up with the tafsir? And suddenly I found I am in front of an extremely nice picture. And they said, well, what's going on? I mean, compared to all sorts of tafsir, this is not comparable at all. This is why I start going back to a very important ayah in Quran, لا يمسه إلا المطهرون في كتاب مكنون لا يمسه إلا المطهرون. So those who can touch it means here understand it, is only mutahharun. So who are mutahharun? Ahlul Bayt. So who are Ahlul Bayt? Ahlul Bayt is the family of the Prophet ﷺ, spiritual family. Obviously, it's nothing to do with like the real family. It's not like Nabi Nuh alayhi salam. His own son, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told him, no, he's not one of your, he's not Ahlul Bayt. He's not your son, he's not your spiritual son. He's your son, okay, fine, but he's not spiritual. So now, wait a minute, so I got it. This person undoubtedly is mutahharun. لا يمس إلا المطهرون. He is one of the mutahharun. Right. So, if he is, and he's only the son, he's not even the person. So I started inquiring for speed, so just asking myself, should I not reconsider things and go back start from scratch? If this is the family, if he is Ahlul Bayt, then of course his father is from Ahlul Bayt. So, which means he's a truthful person. Let me go and listen. But I found, wait a minute, I've got an obstacle here. I can't listen unless I know what Khatam al-Nabiyyin means. ما كان محمد أبا أحد من رجالكم ولكن رسول الله وخاتم النبيين. And I've always, even as a child, thought it doesn't make any sense. He is not father of anybody, but he's Rasulullah and he's Khatam al-Nabiyyin. It never came to me that there is any link about this, the sequence of events within the context. Okay, he's not father of anybody. And what has got to do with وَلَكِنْ Rasulullah? And I found the very nice link in this community, which I was not a member of that at the time, that it has to do, there is a great link that he is not your actual father, physical father, but as Rasulullah, he is your spiritual father. Because if his wives are the mothers, means he is the father. It's in fact even better than the father. Awla means he's even better than father. So basically, he is not your physical father, but he is your spiritual father. Okay. What has this got to do with Khatam al-Nabiyyin? Within the context, it means he is the spiritual father of all the prophets as well. Okay, it means likewise he's the last prophet, but if we say that's all what it means, last prophet, which, okay, I don't deny that, we don't deny that, but within the context, that is not the crux of the matter. Because the sequence of events, there is a praise. You are praising him, and praising somebody to be the last, that's not a praise. To be the last as a top of the mountain, yes. But to be the last in time, no. The last with the law, yes. So for the promised Messiah to be one of his servants, acceptable. The Imam Mahdi to be one of his servants, it's going to be, both of them are one rather than two people. Why two? If it's in Sahih, Ahmad bin Hanbal say, يُشَكُ مَنْ عَاشَ مِنْكُمْ أَنْ يَلْقَى عِيسَى بْنَ مَرْيَمَ إِمَامًا مَهْدِيًا. So those who live will see Isa ibn Maryam as Imam Mahdi. How many Imams do we need? If Isa ibn Maryam is Imam, he's going to be Hakamun Adli, he's going to be the judge. Why do we need another one? It's very clear and it's hadith sahih. So things did really link and did make sense. And from then on, I started my actual journey to reconsider myself and to think about myself. And this is very, very important. لا يغير الله ما بقوم حتى يغيروا ما بأنفسهم. If you don't change yourself, and that's what I have done. Of course, not only in the interpretations, because the interpretations are not only because you understood it. No, when you understand things, you will change. Basically, what I found, that Ahmadiyya is action. Non-Ahmadis are only saying. For example, say astaghfirullah and you will this corona COVID-19, you will be clear of it. It doesn't mean like that. It's not as easy. Well, Muslims, they are doing well by saying astaghfirullah. Everybody astaghfirullah is everywhere. They astaghfirullah. That's fine. They are doing this very well, but they are saying it very well. Actioning it, no. If they were actioning it, no Muslim person could have had this coronavirus. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
على نبينا صل على محمد صل على سفينا صل على محمد بلغ العلا بكماله كشف الدجى بجماله